through such a lonely child. How pensive, how sad you.
It's as exciting as any role I've ever had. It's harder than any role I've ever had.
My power, I'd feel each passing hour, how quiet it must be.
You can't even sometimes feel like you can breathe because you're just going, and it's just phenomenal. The memorization is more because you're telling a story constantly. The whole show it's a constant movement. It's constant. It's like an opera.
I never shall heal.
For the longest time, I didn't really like Les Mis. It just never was a musical that I took to. I went and saw a long time ago when I was much younger, and so it was really long, and I think I was just a little too young to understand what was going on. So I guess I kind of had a bad taste in my mouth, but in recent years and just growing up, I'd listened to it more and grown to love it, and then when I heard that they were doing it, I was like, oh, absolutely.
Cosette is a little urchin, hopeless and stuff, and she's been dreaming of a place where people are kind, no one shouts at her, she doesn't have to do chores and stuff.
Hear what you do with all these books, I could have been a student too.
I've always wanted to play Eponine, and when I was a little girl in 5th grade, I had a good friend and we would sing our favorite musical theater songs, and she'd say, okay, I'll be Eponine and you be Marius. And so I'd hold her and she'd die and she'd sing, and I'd say, can I be Eponine, please? And one day she stopped and she said, Rebecca, you're just not an Eponine. You'll never be an Eponine. And I actually came into audition and thought, I'll never be Eponine. The only chance I have to sing for this is at auditions. And I put everything into it. And so to actually be cast as Eponine was a huge shock and just something I've always wanted to do, and hadn't called that friend yet.